Welcome to the very first podcast discussion on my YouTube channel. For a change, I thought to have an open, candid discussion on the current state of affairs in the Dubai real estate market and especially focusing on the hot off plan segment, which is giving no signs of slowing down. Just to put in numbers, we are in August 2025, and so far in this year, almost 80,000 off plan transactions have happened, and in value, it is around 250 billion dirhams. And this number of transactions last year till August was around 70,000. So it is 10,000 more than last year. And in last year, the total number of off plan transactions were 120,000. And in this year, I'm 100% sure that it will beat that number. So, to discuss more on what is happening in the off plan and especially the off plan resale market, how the market is performing, I have my colleague from Experience Realty, Miss Hira Nazir. Welcome, Hira.
Thank you so much, Ankit.
Before we start our discussion on certain topics that we want to cover in this video, I just want you to briefly introduce yourself to the viewers and your journey in real estate so far.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Hira, and I've been in the Dubai real estate market for the last 5 years.
Nice.
Prior to this, I was working in the tech industry for over 10 years. So, it was quite a transition.
Big transition.
Big transition. But it was pretty smooth. I love what I'm doing right now. It's a very fast-paced, dynamic market, always moving. There's always something happening. So enjoying it so far.
Which are the areas you are focusing?
I'm currently focusing primarily on Waterfront, Maritime City, Rashid, Yachts and Marina.
Right.
I'm really passionate about the coastline. I think there are a lot of exciting things happening around that side.
Right.
So mainly around Waterfront.
That's great because especially in the recent years, a lot of projects have been launched on this new waterfront coastline of Dubai. So it will be very interesting to understand more and get your insights on these areas, right? So the first topic that I wanted to discuss in this video is that a lot of the investors come with the mindset that they want to flip the property in a short span of time, right? But what we have been seeing in the resale transactions that flipping market is pretty much dead, especially in the very first couple of years. So I wanted to put more detailed light on this topic, and we will take certain areas. The first area that I want to take is Dubai Maritime City, since we have seen a lot of launches in that area from different developers, and projects that I want to take are the projects that have were launched at least 2 years before, because 2 years is a decent time to understand whether those projects are witnessing any resale transactions with significant appreciation rate, right? So, Hira, do you have any insights or some transactions that you want to share?
If we go by the entire belt when Maritime had launched, if you can see Markasa by Diyar, right? If you recall,
Right.
They had the highest number of transactions in the secondary market, and they've done pretty okay at it.
And this project was launched at a very reasonable price, I would say, by their
Yes. I think it was approximately
1800.
to 2000 dirhams per square foot,
Right.
And if we just look at some of the numbers, they've had about 25 transactions in the secondary market, out of which 12 have, transacted at approximately OP
Okay.
or slightly above. And out of that, 4 to 6 transactions have seen an appreciation of 10 to 15%.
Right.
So I think Markasa has done pretty okay. If we go on to see, Harbor Lights
Right.
by
The Mac.
master developers as well. So if you look at these, they've had approximately 18 transactions in the secondary market
After the launch.
after the launch.
Yes.
Yes. And out of that, you can see that 8 were pretty much at original price,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
And 2 to 6 were approximately 10%,
10%.
12%
Yeah.
premium.
Which is like a decent number to say in a couple of years. Making 10 to 12% is a decent number. Not like too great to say, right?
Not too great. I would not advise any of my clients to sort of try and flip or try to make like a quick profit
Right.
in such projects,
Right.
because you're going to really see maximum results much closer to handover or slightly post handover as well,
Hmm.
right?
Also, one point that we should let the audience know is that sometimes in certain projects, these sellers who are selling at the original price, it's not that the project is not good. It's mainly because they are having some financial troubles in their personal
Yes,
or
they want
business
to,
life.
they want to liquidate
Yes.
or they want to exit sooner because they have another payment to make.
Right.
They have another responsibility to fulfill. And because of that, they want to exit. But in no way does this mean that the project is a bad project or
Or
it's
the
not.
area is not having a
Yes.
good potential for the future, right?
Exactly. That area is not doing well. It doesn't tell us that, right? Because even if you look at the numbers, you'll see maybe 1 or 2 transactions that will be below OP for a good developer.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, there are many projects that are selling way below OP as well, which we can further on discuss.
Right.
Then, if you look at Oceans by Danube, right? They've had pretty much they've sold at either original price or below,
OP.
at OP or below. So that's just potentially telling us that you have to be really conscious about which project you're opting for
Right.
in Maritime as
Right.
well.
And what is the price per square feet you are entering? If you are entering at the right price per square feet, because I remember this project was sold at a higher price per square feet than what the other options were there on the market at that time. And I think during the time when these projects were launched on Maritime City, Beyond was not there.
Beyond was not there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Beyond is a subsidiary by Omniath, right? They're ultra luxury. They know what they're doing. So if I'm entering at such a high price, I would ideally want to opt for a product that is really giving me much more.
Much more, yes.
And
which is part of a sub community.
Part of a sub community, you have the entire Jumeirah Peninsula Bay that they are creating. Then you have the Jumeirah Peninsula Gardens.
Yeah.
So they're offering you a lot of things, right? It's
And
like
also
a
the
community.
prospect of having the beach access, the only beach access
The
on the
only-
Bay Maritime City, right? Which is only for the owners of Beyond projects and Omniath as well.
And Omniath. So even if, like, let's say you've purchased in Saria, which is right in the beginning of Maritime, then in the middle you have other developers. However, the beach access is still, you have access to the beach, which is
Right.
going to be on Jumeirah Peninsula Bay. So, they have offered their clients a lot. So instead of opting for such a high price and not getting too much out of it, I think it's wise to go for a developer that is got a huge brand name in the market.
No, I know. I know this is coming from your experience since you have worked a lot on the Beyond projects. And I think this is one of the reasons that the old projects didn't perform really well on the resale market, because the new investors who were entering into the Maritime City area didn't want to pay the appreciated price for the older projects when they can get at the same price in the newer
They could get
projects
something
of
back.
Beyond.
Yes, they could get something which was giving them much better views,
Right.
much better amenities.
What about the other projects? How they have performed?
Yeah, Nautica won by Select Group.
It's a very nice project, and this one was sold out during
Right
the
in the
launch.
start, yeah. It was completely sold out. So far in the secondary market, we can see that there have been approximately 11 to 15 transactions. And out of that, approximately 9 were at OP, right? And yeah, haven't seen much appreciation
So far, yeah.
for this one as well.
Yes.
So something important to note is that you cannot go for such products and expect that, within 1 to 2 years you can exit and you'll make a good profit. It's a waiting game. You have to give it 3 to 4 years, you need to have holding capacity.
Also, later in the video, we'll talk about one project which was having a very aggressive launch. People couldn't get units, and it was one of the reasons that the resale market really performed well. Where the people who couldn't get the units, then they bought at little appreciated prices in the resale market, right? So we'll come on to that project later on. Anything more on the Maritime City you want to add? We had few projects from the Coral Reef was there. Coral Reef didn't have too many transactions, right?
No, Coral Reef did not have too many transactions. You had Anva Arya, which was one of the first towers by Omniat. Yes.
And they got rebranded by Beyond, right?
They got rebranded by Beyond. And of course, they have all the same offerings that all the towers on the bay have. They had approximately 7 transactions in the secondary market.
Yes.
And it was a mix. So some at OP and some at a small premium.
Right.
Other than that, I think what's important to note is that when a launch is happening and you are seeing that inventory is selling out extremely fast, right? That is when you know that there is potential for this product to do well.
Yes.
Tomorrow in the off-plan secondary market.
Off-plan secondary, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because if an investor has, if it's a good product and there is a lot of faith in that product, then he will wait for something to come up in the secondary market.
Right.
And when there is a good deal in the market, he is going to opt for that.
And this is what, I'm thinking for the projects such as Saria, Orise and Sensia. These launches were very hot, sold out immediately within few hours. A lot of our clients couldn't get the units. We were really fighting for them. But I think these projects are strong candidates that, once the resale market opens up, there will be a lot of investors trying to get units. The original investors might be able to make good appreciation.
Definitely. They will make a premium. And a lot of investors who could not get inventory in these launches, they are already waiting for, Beyond to be eligible to resale. Good products don't stay around, right? The inventory comes and goes extremely fast.
Right.
Especially in Dubai. So that's when you need to note and act on it.
Yeah. But see, after discussing all these resale transactions in an area like Maritime City, which is so much spoken about in the market, one thing is clear that short time frame flipping is over now. Like if investors are expecting to make significant gains to the likes of what agents promised them, like you can double your money or you can make 50%, 60% gains in a short span of time, that is not happening.
That
is not happening.
It's not happening. That time is over now.
Right.
And it's not realistic. So even if you think to yourself, if someone comes to me and tells me that, I'm going to promise you like X% of profit, you can exit after 2 years, 90% of your developers, I don't think there are any developers who will allow you a resale until 40-50% is cleared. So that in itself makes that statement false.
Right. See, the thing is, even if they have this clause for 40%, a new buyer can put in that cash.
Yes,
and
they can
fulfill that requirement. But what I have seen on my on-ground experience is that most of these investors are shark investors and they are looking for the OP or below OP deals only.
Yes.
Where the seller is in some financial trouble.
And he wants to immediately liquidate.
Yes.
Right.
So they are not, until and unless, it is a kind of a unit which is totally unique and not out there in the whole of Dubai. They don't want to pay a
premium.
Quick premium on a project, on a unit which was just launched few months ago. Only and until unless they have actually seen the end product, which will happen during the time of the handover, is the time when they can pay a much higher premium.
Absolutely. And that is when you can really see how the location has picked up.
Right.
The entire area, how well is it doing, what all has developed with that project. That will really determine the price of the property at the time of handover.
Right.
And investors now know this until or unless you're a first time buyer.
I have a very good example of what you just have said, right? The neighboring community, Rashid, Yachts and Marina by Emar. So there have been some launches in the last couple of years, which I will discuss and how they have performed. But what now has actually performed well on the resale market is the project which has just been delivered, which is the very first project, Seagate. So in Seagate, we have seen resale transactions where the sellers have made significant appreciation, almost to the tunes of more than 30 to 40% plus. But if I talk about the projects which were launched like a couple of years back, like the first one being ClearPoint, there have been about 8 resale transactions, and out of that, 6 were just sold at around the same price, right? Then we have Sunridge. Sunridge also we had,
Was one of the first few.
yes, one of the very first few projects which is still under construction. So in this project we have seen about 5 resale transactions only, very few in number, and most of them are also sold around the same original price. And then this project, Bayline and Avonlea, in total we have seen around 9 resale transactions, again around the same original price. So this is like another testimony that it's always better to wait, hold on to your property, let the community mature, and eventually I'm pretty much sure these projects will make significant price appreciation in the coming time. But if you are entering the market with that kind of a mindset that you buy a property with 20% down payment, and in 1 year's time you are expecting to make 50 to 100% gains, it is very difficult. There are only, I would say, about 1 to 2% of projects in the whole Dubai market that maybe you buy it and you can easily flip it with 40-50% plus gains in a matter of months, but it's not really.
Yes, and maybe those are also projects which that at handover this is really going to do extremely well. Right. So maybe in the second year of the project, you'll pay a slight premium and you'll get it, because that after 2 to 3 years when it's being handed over, you are going to make your profit closer to that time. So there are some investors who will purchase maybe in the third year or closer to handover, because that that boost is going to come closer to handover.
Yeah. I get a lot of inquiries where people are just exploring the resale market and they're only looking at the projects which are getting handed over in a year's time maximum, because they know that within a year's time the prices will jump. Once this property is ready to move in, they will definitely make some gains on what they will put at this stage. Right. So moving on, since we've already discussed Maritime City and RYM,
yes,
how can we forget Dubai Islands? So yes. Dubai Islands is another very hot area in the Dubai off-plan market, with so many developers there, especially on Island A. What are your thoughts on Dubai Islands? What do you think?
I have a couple of thoughts about this, right?
Right.
Mainly, my biggest question is that from what we've been told is that there are going to be approximately 80 to 85 hotels. 86 hotels, yes. Right? That are going to be coming into Dubai Islands.
Right.
Now, when I think of Waterfront, I think of short-term rental returns. I think of that.
Right.
So how the apartments that are launching there, or the projects that are launching there, how are they really going to reap short term when you have 86 hotels
in the same place? Yeah, I mean, no one is talking about this. I've seen actually a lot of people in their videos when they are promoting Dubai Islands. They say that Dubai Islands is gonna have 86 hotels, in one place. But I mean, those 86 hotels, if they actually do come up, they will be giving such a strong competition to all these investor units who are buying these residential apartments, yes. Right? And these investors are already thinking to put them on short-term rental and make higher ROI.
I mean, that is what is being told to them, right?
Mhm.
Especially in Island A, which is the mixed use island, where you have the mall that's coming up, which is another,
Question mark.
it's another question mark.
Yeah.
And we really begin to think that when will work really commence on that, right? That is when you think that, okay, fine, you have so many projects that have launched on Island A, you have so many developers, and then you have the 86 hotels that will also be coming, right?
Right. Just to go a little back in time, so when was this area, when was this project launched? It was launched as Palm Dera initially in the 2000s,
Then it went on to Dera Island.
and then it became Dera Islands, and now they have rebranded it to as Dubai Islands. So the mall structure is already there because they had already started the development of this mall, but it has been stuck for a long while. And as far as I have researched, we don't know when is
When
the
is it
exact
truly going to begin?
yeah, when it's gonna restart and when is gonna be the exact completion of this mall. One of the sources was actually mentioning late 2030s. That's a very long time frame. So I believe,
shot.
yeah, it's a long shot. Dubai Islands is definitely a long shot. Once given the scale of this area,
I mean, it's huge. It's
huge.
massive.
Even in the next 4 to 5 years, it will just start to show some signs of how it could actually be. But for the full,
Just very little.
yeah,
not
little
the
light.
entire picture.
Yes. But for it to become like a proper community, fully flourished community, mature community, it has a lot many years to go for that, right?
It's going to need time. So, like, I'm not saying that, people who have opted for Dubai Islands, their property is not going to appreciate. Of course it is. But I just think it might take slightly longer
Yes.
than the other projects that are like Maritime or RYM. I just believe that those are slightly more exclusive, I would say.
Talking about appreciation in Dubai Islands, I've done some research what has happened in the resale market. The very first projects that were launched on Dubai Islands was the Rixos Beach Residences and Bay Residences by Nakheel. They have had some resale transactions, but more or less, most of the transactions were sold around the original price. Only a couple were sold around 10% appreciation and more. So definitely, this area needs much more time. In fact, I'm quite optimistic about this project because Rixos is a very strong brand, and this project, in fact, no doubt has the best location within Dubai Islands because they have the best sea view. A lot of the other developers are selling with the idea, with the concept, with the renders of full sea view to a lot of the investors who don't know exactly what the master plan constitute. Because if you closely look at the master plan,
plot,
yeah,
right, of the project.
Right.
So this term waterfront is very easily used. But what's important to note is if you are investing in waterfront, you must know where exactly is the plot located. And are you actually getting waterfront or beachfront? Is the beach going to come? Yes or no, right? So these are important things to note. I think Rixos has a really good location, which is right between Island A and B.
Yes. And they have a full private beach to themselves because most of the projects on Island A, they'll be sharing the beach on Island A, which is a public beach. And that's the only public beach in all that area around Sharjah, Dera, even like towards Burdubai as well. So I'm expecting it to be a lot crowded. Talking about the villa options on Dubai Islands, right? So you want to mention about the Bay Villas?
Of course, it was a very, very hot product. It did extremely well. I remember when it launched end of 2022, beginning 2023,
Right.
completely sold out, outperformed a lot of products. And what would be really interesting to note would be how Bay Villas has performed.
Amazing.
In the second
I've seen some transactions and I can see almost more than 40 transactions, resale transactions, and no transaction is less than 15% appreciation. So people have made money
People have made money.
in Bay Villas in a short span of time. If you are one of the viewers who are lucky enough to get a unit in the Bay Villas, you should
done really well,
you
yes.
should be really, you should feel really, really happy because
Really
this
happy.
project has done really well.
I mean, in a span of what, less than 2 years?
Less than 2 years, yeah.
So I think over here it's important to note that the villa segment is extremely scarce,
Especially on the waterfront.
especially on the waterfront. And that is why this product did so well and will continue to do well.
See, one of the reasons this product did really well because the number of units were very limited. There were not many units, and specifically the price range was between 6 to 10 million. There are not many projects and not many areas where you can get like a villa
Yes.
or a semi-detached kind of a unit which is on an island having close beach access. It's not possible in this
I don't
6
think
to
there
10
is
million price range,
anything
right?
in that ticket size, yes.
That's why all the smart investors were rushing to
They
this
literally
project.
grabbed it
Right,
when the chance was there.
right. But for our smart investors, I want to discuss one hot debate like topic, which is, let's say we have a lot of clients who reach out to us and their sole purpose is that they have some capital and they want that capital to get appreciated through real estate investment. They don't care about living in that real estate investment. They don't care about rental returns.
Purely appreciation.
Purely appreciation, right? And we do get a lot of investors who have the kind of capital around, let's say 2 to 5 million dirhams range, right? So I wanted to discuss in this video whether for these investors, is it better for them to invest that capital into the waterfront projects of Dubai, or whether they should be investing into the townhouses and the semi-detached villa units of the communities which are launched by a certain few developers.